In order to create a new slides presentation, now it's called presentations, formerly it was called slides, so you can use the word interchangeably. We can go to New, click on Google Slides, and it will create a new slide for you. Otherwise, if you go to the Apps button, you can click on Slides as well. The benefit to that is that you can have all the same slides in one place, whereas in Google Drive you might have multiple items in the same place. So, the first thing that you can do is name your presentation. So however you want to name it, you can put the name at the top and it will create there. It also gives you the options for themes. If you scroll down, there are a variety of different themes. You can also, if you have different themes that you have in your Drive, you can import those. One great place that I find that I love is Slides Carnival. Slides Carnival is a place where you can download free slide themes. If you're like me and you kind of get sick of using the same couple of themes, if you go into Slides Carnival, there are many different options for you there. So if you click on a theme, it will give it to you. You can preview what it looks like, and then you can say use as a Google Slides theme. You can click on that, and it will create that one for you, and you need to make a copy. Once you make a copy, it will automatically place that inside your Google Drive. So now, if I'm inside here, I can say import theme, and it will show you what the most recent is, and so you can click on it and select it, and it will import that theme into your slides that you currently have. That's one option for you. On the left side is called your film strip. So you can go to any slide by clicking on any of the slides. If you right click on top, there's a variety of different options for you for that specific slide. You can move it, you can delete it, you can skip it. A great reason you might use skip is if you have a presentation, but in this specific time you're going to present, you don't want to have that slide, but you also don't want to delete it. When you're in presentation mode, you won't, the people won't see it. It won't be inside your presentation. So if you can also, on any of these pages, I can add a slide by going up to the top and clicking the plus. That will make whatever was the last one or the one you selected, it will make the same thing. If I click on the drop-down menu, I can choose a variety. Now the nice thing about, if you right-click, you can change the background on this specific slide. So if you want it to look different than the rest, you can also change it here. You can make it and move on from there. Inside here, at the top, I have a variety of different settings. If I want to go to the back and change the background on all slides, I can also do that here. I can choose what I want to be the setting. If I have a specific image, one that I have on my desktop, I can upload it. I could take a snapshot with my camera, search inside Google, or also find inside my own photos. I can choose a photo to be the background on any of those. I can also, if I don't like what I've done, I can reset it and it'll go back, or you can choose a different one. So there are a variety of things that you can do with theme or with the background. Theme is more of the ones over here if you want to change any of that kind of theme. Layout is after I make a slide and I'm like, oh, I really wish I had 2 columns here instead of blank, I can change it to any of these themes and now I can work with it that way. I can undo by clicking undo and it will erase what I've done. The nice thing about Google Slides is you can insert virtually anything. You can insert an image, so one that you've taken, one from your Drive, from Google Photos, or if you know the URL. You can also add a video. The nice thing about this is now you can add a video that's inside your Drive. You can add it from YouTube, so I can search here. If I know the YouTube URL, I can paste it here. Or I can also find one in my drive. If I can also insert charts, lines, shapes, anything from there. If I've created a table, or if I want to create a table, that's an option as well. A nice thing is I can also take information from a different slide and paste it right here. So if I go directly to a presentation I've already created and I want to add this exact slide into a different presentation, if I right click, I can copy it, and if I go back, I can paste it here. You will then get these options, link slides or do not link. The benefit to linking slides is that if you have a master, for example, this one is my master, and if I change anything here, it will automatically change in this presentation. So if I say link slides, that way if now I say put something in here, and I add anything, it will then automatically be updated in the next one. First meeting of the year. So that now, if I update it, so now inside my slide, if I go to the corner where the drop-down menu is and click Update, it will now show me exactly what I had on the master. You can also unlink it, so if you don't want it to be linked anymore, you want to keep it as is, you can do that as well. This is super helpful for example, if you have data that's constantly getting updated, you can have the data form up there and view for everyone to view and visible so that you don't have to recopy any data or chart, and it will automatically update for you. Another option is insert. If I insert a slide from a different, I can also import different slides from different presentations I've had. So if I go to File, Import, I can choose a different presentation, and if I go to that presentation, I can choose whichever ones I want. I can select, and those slides will automatically go into mine. Now that is different because those now are not linked. Notice that it's not linked, so any change I make in the master will not show up here. So just know the difference between linking and unlinking. If you want it to link, you have to go directly into the file and copy and paste from there. Another great tool is the Explore tool. If you click on it at the bottom, you can explore or search for different backgrounds, but if I can use it to explore Google. So if I look for cat, okay, I can find different information about cat, like that you might find in Google search. I can find images, anything in my drive that has that as well, and you can then insert it. This allows you to see it better. If you click on the plus, then it will add it right in there. Okay, if I click, I can also remove anything as well. So that's a great tool to explore, search, research, anything there as well. In the guide, I've also presented you with, there are two different ways that we can either import information into slides or export. So if I go to this link that I've shared with you, this is a specific document. You want to make a copy of it. The great thing about this document is I can write text within a Word document and it will automatically turn it into a slides presentation for me. There are instructions at the link below it. So how do I do that? What I need to do is you can copy and paste. You can start to write. Every new paragraph will be on a new slide. So if I am more of a logical thinker and I want to write it out first, I could put that in here. So if I have information that I've been writing, I could copy it, paste it right in there. Now, one thing you can do is if at the end of a sentence, if you want a new line but you don't want a new slide, if you hold down the Shift and then the Enter, it will not, then it will keep that together, okay? Oops. Okay, shift and then enter of a line, and it will keep that information together on the slide. So that now if I go to the add-ons, it will automatically make an add-on, and it will make, you can go from doc to slides. You're going to send it to slides, and it will make a slides presentation for you. Allow it to continue. Give it a name if you want, and then it gives you a URL, and then you can go in there too. So now all my text ended up on slides. The ones that I wanted on the same ended up on the same. Now the only thing is you might have to go ahead and alter it. You might have to format it a little bit, but you might be someone who could benefit from that. Another option would be to allow, if you have all of your information but you want to see the text version, if you go to File, you can download it as a text. And then all the words will be in one document, and you could have it right there for you. Another great tool is adding an add-on, and I provided the link for that as well. If you have a photo slideshow, you can insert photos from different places. You can select, and then you can select as many photos as you want. You can highlight, you can whichever photos you want. If I select the whole folder, the whole folder will go. So notice if I go inside, I can only select a photo, but if I select a folder, the whole one, all the photos within that folder will come into a slides presentation. It will automatically format it in. Once you have all the photos in there, you can decide if you want to edit them or not. There are many different formatting options. You can readjust the color. You can make it have transparency so that you can write on top of it, however you would like to do that. Then a nice thing is if you go to File and click Publish to the Web, there's an option where you can make it into a rotating slideshow. So you can choose how many seconds you want it to be on. You can start the slideshow as soon as it starts, and you can have it continue and loop around. Once you click Publish, you can start publishing, you can stop publishing, and then once you have that, you can copy and paste that into any viewer, and then it's going to automatically create a rotating slideshow. You could do this with announcements, you could do it with photos, whatever you choose to do.